me just thank everybody for being here, and I'm really happy to just see everyone for a quick minute and to say what an honor it is to be here with you as you celebrate the life and legacy of Mayor Nathaniel Bates, whose leadership and support over the years really helped shape Richmond during moments really of challenge and of renewal. And you know, while I never lived in Richmond, my aunt and uncle owned a nightclub here called McKesmo. I don't know if any of you are familiar. And so I've been so connected to this city through that. And it's really a lot of memories when I represented Richmond in the state senate. One of my first supporters, of course, was our councilman, Mr. Bates. And so just thank you all for being here. Arif, I just want to thank you, where's Arif, for the film and for making sure that we know, especially during Black History Month, that there are so many heroes right here in our midst who really have helped make life better for everybody, who took very important stances on behalf of racial equity and economic equity and justice. And so this film is going to remind us of not only the life and legacy of Mr. Bates, but also what we need to do to pick up that baton and to move forward. So thank you all again for being here, and thank you for inviting me to be with you. And it's good to be back with you.
Someone asked me, did you get your car back?
Putting out this misinformation. That was a city security car, and those keys belonged to that car. Someone broke in my office and took the keys, and it was in the city garage. Now that's what happened.
But some of you that may remember, Barbara was representing the city of Richmond as a senator for a period of time. We were very disappointed they got districted out of our city. Yeah. But she was an outstanding representative. She brought in Shirley Chisholm.
That's right.
And we went to all the churches.
Yeah, we did.
And, we're proud to have you as our official. We sure wish we could get you back.
Well, I couldn't have done that without you. Thank you so much.
Steve and Arif, when we started this project, I thought it would just be a little, 15 or 20 minute segment. And all of a sudden they got to running with it and boom with this, they interviewed this person. I had nothing to do with who they interviewed or whatever, but all the pictures they came up with, I don't know where they got them from. But I think that we need to give a standing ovation to Steve and Arif for an outstanding job. Disappeared, but I want to thank each one of them for coming out. I want to thank every one of you. All of you have been my friends for years and years and years, and I hope you continue to be my friend in spite of the movie. I hope you enjoyed it. God bless you, and thank you again for your attendance.
You're going to sit there. All right. I'd like for Bob Butler to join us. And raise your hand if you know Bob Butler. Do I see any hands up?
Yep.
Yes.
It's kind of dark back there.
I consider Bob Butler, he may not like this, but I consider the Bob Butler the Belva Davis of radio. Bob Butler and I met each other a million years ago in the 80s, working at KCBS, and he was the one who always advocated for telling our story. You know what I mean when I say our? And he always advocated for telling our stories correctly. The story about Mayor Lee having her car stolen? No, he didn't do that one. He's retired now. But wait, he would have been the first one to report that it was stolen by a man who was not black, a man who was a teacher at a Christian college, and who went into her office. He would have had all of that. I honored him so much for the person that he's been. He's been our representative in, we're part of a union, SAG-AFTRA, and there is now a new reboot in the Bay Area Black Journalists Association. And so I want you to give a big round of applause to the man who was behind the radio.
Mr. Bates, you understand that the filing deadline to run for city council and the mayor is on March 6th. You still have time. You know you got some votes in here.
Well, I'll tell you, the way the president is going, I think I would want to wait and run for president.
We hope you will. We hope you will. And sitting next to Don, as the movie was playing, Don would give me tips. He said when the people were signing up for health care, the Kaiser Permanente, they paid 25 cents a week. Wow. Is that right? And all of the, we have to go into this history. Okay, Bob, I'm gonna let you go to the next person. Would you please raise your hand?
Hi, I'm John Joya, Nat. I want to be like you when you're 95. Great. So one thing I didn't say in the interviews, you spend time going out talking to young people, and you'd show up. My father was a high school teacher at Kennedy and taught government and history for a long time, and you would go speak to his students. And tell us just a little bit about sort of your why you did that, why you went out and talked to classes and young people in high school. Many of these folks weren't voters yet. You were talking about the community. Enlighten us.
Well, as you indicated, your father was a great teacher there at John F. Kennedy, and we established a great working relationship. And he was teaching, I think, civics class. And it's important that we engage young people in the political aspects as early as possible. I think they get turned off because they don't have individuals that inspire them. So my attitude was to go there, be visible, let them know I'm your city council member, and then you can do exactly what I'm doing. And I think Obama probably did that better than anyone in terms of how he inspired young people. And if we don't educate our young people and get them involved early, this political atmosphere later on is going to suffer. Yes. We've got to get our young people actively involved and knowing the issues and walking precincts and participating. And a lot of them enjoy it. It's more than the athletics that young people should be involved in. They should also be involved in the political arena as well.
Yes, yes.
Hi, I'm Clifford Brown Jr. Congratulations, Arif and Steve. Really appreciate putting the film together. Bob, Ricky, good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Mayor Bates, first and foremost, thank you for everything that you've done. It's truly made a difference. I've never been a resident of Richmond, but worked here for many years over at KDYA. And probably 25 years ago, I thought you were close to retirement. I know many of us, we get around 70 or so, and we're thinking, okay, it's about time. But something made you continue to serve the community. Can you tell us what really motivated you to keep going so long and doing so much for all of us?
Well, if you were in my household and you get as many telephone calls that I was receiving, I said, I'm not on the council any longer. Oh yeah, but you know this and you know that. And there's nothing greater, I don't think, in my lifetime, and us politicians and elected officials, than serving our constituency. All of us are placed on this earth for a purpose. And you want to maximize your purpose and do as much as you possibly can. And as long as you are breathing and God give you the health and the inspiration and desire to do it, you should do it. And like I said, at 94, I'm not on the city council, but I still get calls just like I am on the city council. And I follow up and I call Eduardo Martinez and I call some of the other colleagues and I try to get things accomplished just as if I'm on the council. We're all placed on this earth for a purpose.
Yes.
And I think that you ought to expand the purpose and do as much as you can until God calls you home.
A statement that was made by Willie Brown, and that is that we must talk to younger people. We have to pull them in. We have to let them know that when they do for their communities what you have done, Mr. Bates, that they can never go wrong. And it builds us on. I talked to two women just when I was coming in, and I said, tell me what you loved about Mr. Bates. I didn't know them. They both had responses. Miss Johnson said, perseverance. Another lady said, he did for us first. And when you do for your people, first, no one will be allowed to attack you. I thank you. I thank you. Bob?
I'm here. I have a question for the producer.
Yes.
As somebody who covered many Richmond City Council council meetings, why didn't we get some of the exciting council meetings that they always have? You know how calm and collected they always are?
I did not attend many of the city council meetings over here. I did over the years, but not recently. I was inspired to do this story because of the tremendous contributions that Nat Bates had made to the city. I am a former resident of Richmond. I understood how the politics worked. I knew many of the mayors, city council persons, but I thought Nat's story should be told. If we don't tell it, who's going to tell it? When Nat first came to me, he picked up a couple of my books, and he said, I've got your books, and I like the way you think, I like the way you write. And I'm being bombarded right now for people who want to do my life story in a book. And I'd like for you to consider it. And I said, well, now we should do this in a film, not in a book form. He said, a film? Yeah, we'll do a film. About a house, let's talk about it. And here we are today. This man is so deserving of this film. And thank all of you from Richmond who've supported him over the years, but he deserves it. Trust me. I think you now know that. Yeah. The tremendous economic value that he brought to this city and provided jobs. Many of them I know who retired from the city of Richmond, retired from Social Security, retired from the Postal Distribution Center, all because of Nat Bates. This story is worthy, and I'm happy to be involved with it. I then took the story to my director, who knew little about Richmond. Well, I knew that, and he told me. But he said, let's do it. And has learned a lot, I believe, but I'm going to let him tell him in his own words, has learned a lot about Richmond, in particular about the man that we've chosen to do this story on. One of the best and most able-bodied directors in America today is sitting right here, Stephen Bernard.
Thank you, and I really appreciate that. I don't know if I'm the best, but I'm trying to get better.
You are.
I hope you enjoy it.
Steve, may I ask you a question?
Yes.
The movie was brilliant. The fact that you allowed them to tell this story, that you didn't try to tell the story, but that you allowed him and the others to tell the story. What made you think this is the best way to go, which it was?
It's always the best way to have people tell their own stories. That's the way I look at life in general. I mean, everybody has a story. Everybody here has a life, and that story is important not only to them, but to their spirit people that are around them. And the ones that do important things, I believe, should be put on display for others to see the good things that they have done. And hopefully that can also inspire other people to do good things as well. So that's why I do documentaries, and especially was fun and interesting to learn your life and to put it on display like Willie Brown said, it should be shown to the world and, rinse, repeat, show. It's an educational documentary I plan to put on television. So that's my goal.
I have one more question for you, Steve. Is it going to be on PBS? Where will it be? Where will it be?
It'll be a lot of places. The last documentary we did, wow, it's pretty much everywhere. We did it through Byron Allen Media, and it's on every place but, let's see.
Netflix.
It's every place but Netflix. Everywhere else but Netflix. Amazon Prime, YouTube, streaming all over the world. My sister called me and said, I'm on a cruise ship in the Bahamas, and I'm watching your movie. I said, oh, cool. So it'll be worldwide. At least that's a plan. I have to get it distributed first, and that's the next thing I'm going to work on.
The film that you talk about, the one that we finished about 2 years ago, is called Because They Believed.
Oh, yeah.
And if you get an opportunity to put it up on any of the platforms, it's a different person. It's a different approach, but it tells the story of our incredible and rich history.
Bob Butler?
Wonderful film, wonderful legacy. Nat, how many times were you mayor of Richmond, and did you ever run for any other political office beyond Richmond?
I was mayor twice. I never had aspiration to run for any other office, primarily because I thought that the local base was the most effective base and where I could probably do the greatest good. The other office is a little bit hectic, requires a lot of money and a lot of politicking, and I thought I'd rather deal with the local people that I knew, I grew up with, and that was my base.
Thank you. Bob, we have time for one more question from the general audience, because I know you all want to come and give him a bisou. That's French for give him a kiss. Give him a hug.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having us here, Arif. We appreciate you, and we certainly appreciate the work that's been done by Mr. Bates through the decades. My question is to examine, or if you could share with us, I believe in looking at legacy to understand where our future is. And if you could share with us, we see a, what I would call a dearth of young African-American males running for elected offices. And what is it that you think can be done to engage and bring aboard more of our young males, young African-American males, into the electoral system at all levels?
Well, I would say, unlike when I ran 50 years ago, I guess, thereabouts, the climate has changed. You have a different neighborhood. You have a community that is not as engaged. I like to think the old timers were very engaged. They all of them voted almost. But now there's a distance of young people in their interest in politics. A lot of it has to do with the negativity that's going on in Washington, negativity going on in the communities. Unfortunately, as people say, I just don't want to get involved in that mess. And somehow, communities got to get engaged and begin to recognize that we're all in this ballpark together. And we have to work and help each other to survive. Racial tensions under the new administration has gotten worse. We're all God's children. And I would say that one of the things that I really appreciated in my early years, I was surrounded by all kinds of groups. The Gonzales, the Richard Granzellos, the Italians, Peter Barbera, my coach Gene Core, Elton Brumback, all were Caucasian Italians, and we all embraced each other and worked with each other to accomplish what was best for the city. And that's what we need to do today. And until we bring back people together and look in terms of what's important for the whole city and not just for one or two different groups, we're going to have difficulty surviving. So my advice to young people is to embrace each other. Get away from this racism about who's better than who's so forth and that. We're all God's children. Love each other. And you'll find that just like Will and I went to Canada, I never embraced hardly a more loving group of people than the Canadians toward African Americans. Sure, we were athletes, but they embraced us and they gave us love and appreciation and respect. And that's what we need to do. Everybody needs to start respecting each other as individuals and not as someone that's against them or whatever. Until we do that, we're going to have problems. That's my observation.
As Reverend Jesse Jackson said, we are better together.
Ricky, let's do one more last question and then get out of here.
One more question, thank you, Bob.
Hello, Larry Bates, Richmond citizen. Dad, got a question for you, 2 parts. One, can you talk to the significance of somebody who influenced your campaign by the name of Thomas and Hilda Black? Like to hear that. Also, in all the campaigns that you have had and run since 1967, can you talk about one of the campaigns that was most enjoyable for you? One where the outcome, we did win, but one that was just more or less a joy to be a part of. I'm gonna guess it's the one with Obama, but I want to hear from you. Thank you.
We're going to allow that because you are his son.
Okay, well, you asked a big question. That's my son, Larry, the oldest one in the family. You asked a big question, and I want to keep it short because we have to move on. Yeah, there was Tom and Hilda Black was like a mother and father to me as well, as some of my family know. The most significant campaign I think we had fun in was the Obama campaign. And it was fun in the sense that we first ran at the same time Obama ran, and we said vote Bates and Obama. And then the second time we were on the same cycle, and we said, let's do it again. Let's go Bates and Obama. And we wound up doing it. But the funny thing about it, and I'll be very brief, is that there was a school teacher that was teaching a class, and she asked a student in our class, says, Mr. Obama's running for president. Who is his running mate? And I could doggone one of the little kids said, Nat Bates.
Was there another part to that question?
No, we're good.
I thank you all for being here. Mr. Bates, I am so impressed with you. I hope you will run for political office again and touch the lives of all of the people. We are better together.